32 coaches and managers volunteered their time to help develop athletes, team members, and ultimately Christian young people on and off the playing field. Mr. Ellis and I, really Mr. Ellis, did a little bit of calculating. That's why it was Mr. Ellis. Our coaches, just a little bit of calculating. Our coaches, managers, and scorekeepers volunteered more than 1,600 hours of their time in this school year with our athletes. Could all the coaches, managers, and scorekeepers please stand up? Let's give these guys a round of applause. Thank you very much. I know that there's some scorekeepers in amongst there that didn't stand up, but we know who you are. Also, let us not forget the parents who drove to practices and games in addition to the bus drivers. This all comes with much personal sacrifice, and we appreciate each and every one of you who dedicated your time and resources to our sports program. We could not do it without you. We added a few new teams this year, and it was exciting to see the return of the junior boys soccer team and the senior men's basketball team, as well as inaugural year for the junior girls flag football team. We also had to add an extra age division in both track and field and elementary cheer. With all of these new teams comes the need for more practice space and game space. We are so thankful that we're able to rent space from many different facilities. We definitely blew our sports budget this year with spending over $8,000 on facility rentals at 8 different locations. So, if you have $1 million or $2 to spend on building a new gym, that would come in handy as our sports program continues to grow and grow. I will gladly receive your check right after the ceremony. This afternoon, we're going to hear about the GCS teams and recognize their accomplishments this season. As we present multiple awards for each team, we are so proud of all of your accomplishments. Whether you get an award or not this afternoon, you really are all winners. You stepped away from the security of your couch and participated. You are no longer just a fan of sport, you are an athlete. You have sacrificed your time and energy to represent your school in a positive way. You have learned important lessons about dedication to team, self-sacrifice. In the future, don't be surprised to see God use these lessons to further his kingdom in your life and in the lives of others. Let's begin with cross country.
Could Mrs. McCarville and Mrs. Pocket please come up to the stage? They're going to clap for you. And all the cross-country runners in elementary, junior high, high school, also please stand up. Everybody that ran cross-country. Training for cross-country started right away in September, and athletes from grades 3 through 12 worked hard to increase their speed and endurance. Cross-country is a sport in which athletes run as individuals and as a team, and the terrain is often rugged, and the weather rarely cooperates, like all the time this year. Yeah. But our athletes showed up for practice consistently, and many showed incredible effort as they worked to improve on their times. Elementary, junior high, and senior high GCS students competed at the zone level, and as a result of their hard work and determination, 14 of our athletes earned a spot to race at the provincial finals. 6 of them earned top 20 finishes. Katie Campbell in 5th, Luke Thompson in 6th, Christy Riverall in 10th, Alexa Rancourt in 14th, Isaac Bork in 16th, and Evelyn McCarville in 19th. The Bantam girls also qualified to compete at the provincials, and the group consisting of Christy, Evelyn, Ashley, Brianna, Penny, and Linda earned GCS a bronze in the team competition. Congratulations to all of our cross-country athletes, and a big thank you goes to Jacob Ezard for assisting with our coaches this year. For the awards in the elementary, for Female Outstanding Effort, Brielle Barrett. For male outstanding effort, Riley Bissett. And the elementary MVP, Katie Campbell.
We're going to take a picture with all of that when the next group comes up too.
All right, for junior and senior high, Most Improved Award goes to Evelyn McCarville. The female MVP, Christiane Riverall. And the male MVP, Luke Thompson. Yeah, that's it.
Our next sport is cheerleading. I'd like to call up Mrs. Abel, Miss Jenkins, Mavis, and Ezzy to the stage, please. It was another outstanding year for GCS cheerleading, and the school spirit and dedication of these 42 girls was so rewarding for their coaches. To see you all represent Christian character at the PEI Cheer Expo and the PEI Storm Games was remarkable. To the mini and junior teams, you have grown in your skill level, and we look forward to seeing you all next year. It was another fun and memorable trip for the competitive team as they embarked to the national competition in Nova Scotia. We are so thankful for Mrs. Wainwright for being a last-minute addition to the cheer team support staff. You were so helpful and a great encourager on the trip. The competitive team hit the floor hard and rocked their routine, hitting stunts higher than before. They won the Spirit Award for the entire competition and third place finish at a national competition. Great job, girls. It was definitely another awesome year for cheerleading at GCS. Thank you to Penelope for mixing all of the music and helping with the choreography. Also, thank you to Miss Jenkins, Mavis, and Isabella for giving of their time and talents in helping coach these remarkable young ladies. Our team's verse this year was 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Encourage one another and build one another up. You girls really did that this season. Can we ask all the cheer members, no matter what level you were at, to please stand up? Let's give these girls a hand. Thank you, girls. The awards for cheer are as follows. Mini cheer, most improved player, Juliana O'Connor. Leadership Award, Danny Marie Robbins. Most Valuable Player, Penelope Beach. Junior cheer. Junior, yep, keep everyone on stage, yep. Junior cheer, most improved player, Brenly Bissett. Leadership Award, Eva McNeil. Most valuable player, Cecily Abel. Senior cheer, most improved player, Ashley Chong. The dedication award goes to Esther Eastwood. Most valuable player, Ezzie Abel. We're gonna set up for a picture, and then we're gonna run the video of their
Taller, Ashley, come on your toes.
Okay, we're going to play the cheer video of the competition at the Nationals.
Grace Christian School Night.
Let's go, team!
5, 6, 7, 8, go!
Next up is junior boys soccer. So could Mrs. DeBoer please come to the stage? And all the junior boys soccer players, please stand up. This year was a return to soccer for the junior boys after a year off, and I was privileged to be able to work with Mrs. DeBoer in coaching this team. The team was almost in jeopardy at the first practice when we had 4 boys show up. We need like 15. But it wasn't long before more athletes committed to play. And even when we were missing a couple of players for our second game of the year, we recruited another player in Lee and finally rounded out our total to 15. Most of the players were first-year players, mixed with a few that were experienced. We also had one of the physically biggest players in the league in James, and also the smallest in Mike, and Simon, and Kyler, and a few others. What was impressive to us as coaches, though, was the way in which all the players, big or small, experienced or new to the sport, played their best and worked together as a team. Our record of 6 losses and 2 ties on the season is overshadowed by both the strong teamwork and the individual situations throughout the year. I'm sure the boys remember Dennis's 30 seconds on the field in Gulf Shore, after which he got absolutely clobbered by the other team, injured, but drew the game-tying penalty shot. Or Tony insisting that virtually everything was a handball in every game, or Christian leading the entire league in scoring for the year. We thank each of the players this year, and we're looking forward to a successful year next year as we build upon the hard work the players put in. The awards: Leadership Award for Isaac Book. Defensive MVP is Mitchell Shute. He's not here today. Pastor Dan, can you put the house lights on, please? And the offensive MVP, Christian Daigamier.
Next, we have the junior girls volleyball. Can I ask Mrs. Abel and Mrs. McCarville to come up to the stage, please? All the junior girls volleyball players, can you please stand up and let's give these girls a... Thank you, girls. It was a great year for GCS girls volleyball. These young ladies developed skill sets that equipped them to begin making plays and controlling their passes on the court. Their determination arose above all. Off the court, they shined with their Christian character, praying diligently for each other and building each other up. It was a joy to see this. A special thank you to Mrs. McCarville for dedicating herself to helping the team with their serves. All that work really paid off. Whether they won or lost, they had fun, and they were never discouraged. The awards go to Most Improved Player, Linda Howe. Leadership Award, Marley McKinnon. Most Valuable Player, Penelope Abel.
Next is senior women's volleyball. Could Mr. Rancourt and Mr. Allen please come up? And all of the team members, please stand up. The 2017 senior women's volleyball season was a new experience. For the first time in 4 years as a team, we had a true veteran team, with 7 grade 12s and 3 grade 11s. This was a group that, for the most part, had grown as a team for the last 3 years, and their experience showed. The team ended the season in 3rd place with a 6-4 record. In the playoffs, they traveled to Concora to play the 2nd-ranked team from the West. A focused victory there put the team into the provincial tournament. At the tournament, the girls played a strong team from Francois Biot in a tight and contested match. They took the top-ranked team to extra points in the final set before finally being defeated. In the bronze medal match, they again had a tight game with the team from Evangeline, but fell just short of a medal. This year's team was the culmination of a lot of hard work from the girls. As well as making the provincial tournament for the first time, there were 3 players chosen as all-stars by the coaches of the other teams. The girls showed focus, determination, and class throughout the year and represented GCS well. The awards: Most Improved Player, Charlotte Clooney. Leadership Award, Danielle McGonnell. And Most Valuable Player, Alexa Rancourt. I would have expected that from Danielle. Danielle and Alexa can stay up here. And Zoe, can you please come to the stage? They don't know why.
Stand in there, Zoe.
These 3 players all earned Provincial League All-Star Awards, and Zoe also received a Provincial Tournament All-Star Award, which we will give out now.
Thank you. Badminton. Mr. Chung, can you please come to the stage? All of the athletes that participated in any part during the year in badminton, please stand up. If you participated in badminton this year, please stand up. Thank you. We started the 2018 badminton season early in the school year with 13 participating athletes. In the first semester, we held training at the APM Center, then switched over to ICS for the next semester to accommodate the number of students participating in the sport. We had 5 athletes compete at the provincial level. Tina, Linda, Riley, Menju, Nathan, our senior boys, Menju and Nathan, our senior boys double team, Menju and Nathan, were able to advance to the semifinals at the provincial level. Great progress was made by each player throughout the year, and we are proud to see how much they have improved. It was great to see an increased interest in the badminton, and we hope to see you all back next year. Most Improved Player, Linda Ho. Leadership Award, Nathan Chung. MVP, Menju Chen.
Next is the junior boys basketball. Can Mr. Fullerton come to the stage? And the boys basketball team, please stand up. Come on, Tony. In their second season, the junior high boys basketball team was eager to improve on last year's single win season. Mr. Fullerton joined the team as an assistant coach and was eager to jump right in to help with much-needed skills development. With 10 players on the team, but only 7 or 8 usually able to make it to games, it was imperative that players play hard but stay away from fouls. Also, James was our only traditional big guy, with our only other 2 tall-ish players being our point guards. So Joe and Mitchell filled in admirably at forward, always having to guard the other team's second biggest player, even though they themselves were often dwarfed by that player. As a team, we lost our first 4 games of the year, and then finished the season with 4 wins in our final 6 games. Unfortunately, we missed the playoffs by a single position in the standings, and we look forward to continuing our success next year. The awards, Dedication Award to Luke Thompson. I wish you ran that fast on the court. Most Improved Player, Joe Clooney. They put them in the middle for the picture, I guess. And Most Valuable Player, James Dockendorf.
Junior girls basketball. Can I ask Mrs. McCarville and Mrs. Pocket to come to the stage? Mr. Pocket regrets that he cannot be here today. We so appreciate the time that he has put into this team. All the junior girls basketball team, please stand up and give them a hand. This year's junior girls basketball team featured all the players from previous season, plus we welcomed 4 rookies. The girls' hard work, effort, and determination throughout the season, at practice, and during the games paid off. Everyone's basketball skills improved tremendously, and the team was motivated to learn new skills, and that investment helped the entire team. We had a significant improvement in the win category this year as we finished in the regular season with 6 wins and 2 losses and earned a bye into our first round of playoffs. We ended the season losing to the eventual provincial champions in a tough-fought playoff game. This is a major accomplishment for a team that didn't even make the playoffs the year before. Another highlight for the team this season was that because of their strong start, they were invited to compete in the Hernwood AA basketball tournament in January. It was an invaluable weekend of team building. But more important than their impressive season and skill improvement was the girls' attitudes. The girls never complained about playing time, always cheered on their teammates. Each game, they had a fantastic attitude, wanting to see their teammates do the best they could, even when cheering them on from the bench. We wish the grade 9s on our team all the best next year, playing with the senior girls basketball team. And we're looking forward to working with the girls that are returning and the girls coming up from grade 6. Excellence in Leadership and Dedication Award, Anna Pocket. Most Improved Player, Robin Baglow. Most Valuable Player, Ezzie Abel.
We've done this like 12 times already.
You guys should be experienced. Good job, ladies.
Senior women's basketball. Mr. Rancourt and Mrs. DeBoer please come to the stage? And the senior women's basketball team, stand up, please. This year was a very different year for the senior high women's team. In the beginning, it didn't look good that we would even have a team until we had a couple of girls from Francois Biot step up to join the team. We would like to thank Sarah and Carolyn, who were a huge part of our success this year and quickly fit right in and felt at home with our athletes. It was Coach Rancourt's privilege to coach these two girls, and we know that they became good friends with the entire team. The season had ups and downs. We had a really good regular season before making the AA playoffs once again. We tried so hard for a repeat year, but fell short in the semifinals by a few points to end the dreams of another championship. Through all this, there was a lot of joy and tears as the team grew to become strong together. After coaching these athletes for 6 years, Coach Rancourt has found it difficult to start to let go of the athletes that he has coached for so long. Danielle has been the team leader for so many years and is going to be missed dearly. We remember the process, Mr. Rancourt trying to teach her how to dribble a basketball in grade 7. It was not pretty. And now we see her perform as one of the best athletes in the league for the last few years. It's sad to see her go as the only grade 12 on the team this year, but it's also a chance for new leaders to step in and take the torch. Thank you to all the athletes on the team who played and learned together. It was another great year, and we are looking forward to the future to see what God has in store for us next. Philippians 4:13 says we can do anything through him who gives us strength. We would also like to thank Mrs. DeBoer for sacrificing her time to help with this team. And Mrs. Laird and I don't want to make Mr. Rancourt upset with us again this year. He's a large man. So part of his write-up to us for this included the following quote: "Also, a shout out to Mr. Ellis and Mrs. Laird for everything they do to make things run smoothly." Thanks a lot.
Didn't we make that run smoothly?
The awards: Most Improved Player, Carol Wong. Leadership Award, Danielle McGonnell. And Most Valuable Player, Alexa Rancourt. Smile, Dan.
Move up to the mat. Center yourselves in the mat. Can I have Alexa and Danielle stay up, please? You two.
Mrs. DeBoer, stay up. We have a couple more awards for Danielle and Alexa. First, we have a provincial AA League second team All-Star for Danielle McGonnell, and a provincial AA League first team All-Star and a AA tournament All-Star for Alexa Rancourt. Thank you, girls.
Senior men's basketball. Can I ask Ms. Heising and Mr. Heising to come to the stage, please? All the senior men basketball athletes, please stand up. Senior men basketball athletes, please stand up. Give these guys a hand. Great. Coaching senior men's basketball was never something that Ms. Heising or Mr. Heising thought would ever be on their radar for this school year. But sometimes that's how God works. They were able to work with a bunch of kind, hardworking young men in a sport that's close to their hearts. They were privileged to be part of a team that never gave up, even though the team didn't win a single game this year, and just making it into double digits was hard enough. As a school, we watched these young men struggle through what means to be a team, and how to learn about basketball in a language they did not completely understand. As a team, they made goals for themselves that they were able to accomplish again and again with joy and celebration, scoring more than 30 points on multiple occasions, helping every player make a basket by the end of the season, not fouling out. Beyond even these things, they were part of, according to Mr. Beach, the first high school basketball team in the history of Prince Edward Island that was completely made up of immigrants to Canada, players, support staff, and coaches. Although other teams have viewed this as our greatest weakness and forced us to put up with their unacceptance, their coaches have been severely blessed by the pride and dignity these young men showed towards their opponents, even in moments of insult and ridicule. They were blessed beyond words, proud beyond words, and grateful beyond words for this past season when they coached the Grace Christian School Knights senior men's basketball team, AKA the team that never gave up. M, a most improved player, Alvin Nean. Keenan. Oh, I know. I don't mean it, okay? Keenan. Leadership, Jack Zhuang. And most valuable player, Tim Fung. Thought about it.
Just as a brief aside, we had 2 athletes this year compete in the only sport in the PEI-SAA that is not coached specifically, doesn't have practices, etc., and that is golf. So very briefly, for the 3rd year at GCS, we had 2 athletes compete in junior high golf, Joe and Mitchell. They both participated in the qualifying tournament at Country View Golf Course, but they fell just short of qualifying for the provincial tournament. So we hope that they will join in again next year in senior high golf and improve again. Next. Oh yeah, go ahead. Next up is track and field. So could Mrs. McCarville and Mrs. Pocket please come back up to the stage? Oh, Mr. Wood is here. Good. Mr. Wood too. I didn't know you were coming today. And could every athlete that participated in track and field please stand up?
There should be a lot of people.
All right, this is a long one, so get ready. There were this many athletes, it has to be long. The athletes from GCS had another great track and field season. They trained very hard, and much time was spent on technique and skill development. We would like to acknowledge the valuable input again of Jacob Ezard and Mr. Wood, who generously gave of their time and expertise as we trained this year. We were able to send 35 athletes to the zone meets to compete with other island schools. We also sent a team of 30 athletes to the ACSI school track meet in Truro, and 29 elementary athletes to UPEI to compete against 3 other schools in the ACSI elementary meet that we hosted. To sum up the season, 134 times our athletes finished in the top 3 at competitions. Out of the 35 athletes that competed for the PEI SAA at zone or regional events, 15 qualified to compete and move on to the provincials. And out of 23 events at our provincials, our athletes placed in the top 3 in 13 of them, including 3 provincial champions. To be specific, top 3 at provincials included Sam Bailey, 3rd in discus, Luke Thompson, 3rd in the 800 meters, Zoe Good, 3rd in discus, the Bantam Boys relay team, 3rd in the 4x100 meter relay, Christy Riverall, 2nd in the 1200, Alexa Rancourt, 2nd in the 400 and the 800, Marley McKinnon, 2nd in discus, Josh Perry, 2nd in the 80 meter and the 150 meter, and provincial champion in long jump, Emily Chong, provincial champion in the 300 meter, and Anna Pocket, provincial champion in discus. And also, as far as teams, every school gets ranked according to their accomplishments as a team score. We scored 4th overall in Bantam Boys, that's grade 7 and 8, 5th in Bantam Girls, 5th in Intermediate Girls, grade 9, and 5th in Senior Women, grade 11 and 12. The coaches, along with all of GCS, are proud of the hard work and dedication that our athletes have demonstrated as they trained and competed. But more importantly, we're proud of the Christian character and good sportsmanship values that were on display, both on and off the track. Well done, athletes. The awards, we have 3 separate sections: elementary, junior high, and high school. In elementary, most improved player is Dublin Abel. The female most valuable player is Brielle Barrett. And the male most valuable player is Kyler Barrett. You guys can just stand off to the side until we get everybody up here. In junior high, we have different types of awards. We have an excellence award in throwing. Throwing events goes to Anna Pocket. An excellence award in running to Emily Chong. And an overall outstanding achievement to Joshua Perry. Are those the same shorts that were a blur at the track meet? All you could see was his orange streak going down there. All right, and the high school awards. Female MVP, Alexa Rancourt. And male MVP and leadership award, Sam Bailey.
No. Oh, football. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Junior girls flag football. Now, I just, wait a moment. Junior girls flag football. I never thought as an athletic director from Grace Christian School I would be ever saying those words. So I am so thrilled to ask the junior girls flag football team to stand up, and Mr. Rancourt and Alexa to come to the stage. Well done. In this inaugural year of flag football for GCS, the junior high girls quickly realized that they now have another favorite sport. So much so that the players asked for extra practice time. It was definitely a tough year, as most years are when you start a new sport. We may not have won any games, but as the short season progressed, you could quickly see the improvement in all of the players. The game started getting closer in score, and they never gave up until the last whistle. Thank you, girls, for giving your time, your all. And next year, we know that you will strive to do your best, and you know that God might even do some mighty things through this small little team. These are our awards. The Eagerness Award goes to Ashley Chung.
That work for you?
Yeah. I think the whole team probably could have got the most improved players, but there is definitely one. Imagine being asked to be the quarterback of a team that's never played or ever thrown a football. The most improved player, Brianna Rancourt. And leadership, Robin Baglow. You guys want to move forward? A coach on each side. Center yourselves on the mat.
Robin almost got run over.
Great. As you can see, GCS has once again had an incredible year in athletics. As you have heard repeatedly this afternoon, this isn't an easy accomplishment. Students' commitment was paramount as they learned dedication, teamwork, on top of personal athletic excellence. Coaches, team managers were vital to the success of the various programs and teams. Parents are also essential to the success of athletics at GCS. From driving athletes to practice or providing halftime snacks and nutrition, to being the absolute loudest fans in any gym or field that we went to. Yeah. Exactly. When the time comes, and it will come, that we have our own gymnasium, I would not want to be the opposing team visiting our home gym. Athletes, as athletic directors, we would like to challenge you to remember the words from Hebrews 21:1. Therefore, since we're surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race that is marked before us. All of the lessons that we have learned this year as part of athletic teams are useless unless we can transfer them into our Christian lives. It is important that as Christian athletes, we exemplify Christ in word and in deed, both on and off the court, the field, and the track. We are very excited, and we are already planning for next year's athletics as we build on the successes of this year. Have a great summer, and please, please remember to stay in shape. Thank you very much.
Tell Luke to play the music.